Hey friends, how are you doing today? This is Tony Woodall with My Way on the Way. I want to thank you for joining me again today. Today we're going to talk about some of the equipment that I'm going to be using on my travels and on the walk on the Camino de Santiago Francis route. I just want to say that I've been doing a lot of hiking in the last 5 or 6 years, so I had some of the equipment that I needed. For example, I'm using going to be hopefully carrying walking sticks. I've been told that sometimes it's difficult to get walking sticks on an airplane if you're just taking your pack. So I may be packing those in a tube or some sort of way of getting those checked into luggage and then getting those on the airplane, again in checked luggage. I'd love to be able to just keep them with me in my pack. And I did read something on the internet on one of the preparation websites, or read something. Actually, I think I read it on a Facebook post for one of the Camino channels there, saying that they were able to get theirs on the plane, and that's what I'm hoping to do. But I've been using these REI Flash Carbon Series walking sticks for the last couple of years. I had done a walk, probably, I guess it was 2018 or 19, up Mount Tamalpais, which is a very big hike to do that. I like to walk and from Stinson Beach all the way up to as far as I can get on Mount Tam. And I took this big hike, and this was before I started using walking poles, and got to the top, and it was supposed to be a 17.9 mile hike or something like that. And I got close to the top and almost where I was supposed to be at the, I think it was the east summit. And my legs just said, no, 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 you can't do this. Turn around and go back. You got to get back. So I did. I listened to my body and started walking back. But as I was walking down, in the last mile or so, it's not straight downhill, but it's a lot of downhill, and it was getting pretty steep. And I was suffering. My legs were so sore. I think, it was already in the 20-mile range, even though it said 17.9 on the trail that I was trying to follow on the instructions. But it turned out to be a lot farther than that. But as I was walking down, oh my God, I thought I was going to have to crawl. It took me probably an hour. I'm probably exaggerating, it felt like it, but it took me an hour to go the last mile because I was literally having to pick my legs up, put them down, and just barely creeping along. My legs were so sore. And I just said, oh God, I wish I had walking sticks to get down. It would have made it a lot better. But I finally got down back to my car. A 9-hour hike, and it was 25 miles, I think, on my Apple Watch that I was using at the time. 25 miles. Again, from that day, I went and got hiking sticks or walking sticks, and these poles have helped me out tremendously on some of my hikes. So I'm looking forward to using them. Like I said, I use the carbon fiber. They're very lightweight. I got these items here, these little covers here, not covers, but inserts that you can put on here to keep it when you're going into the ground so it doesn't go too far down. I did lose some pole or hiking, what do you call them, pole covers I don't have it here handy, on one of my hikes because it was digging into some dirt and it pulled the pole cover off, the point cover, and anyway, so I lost both of those on both sticks. So I've started using these. It helps tremendously. But I do like these, the adjustable handles and stuff. So I've been using these. The other big thing that I started changing, I've tried several different shoes. I started hiking with hiking boots up Mount Tam, and it was very good for me as I was starting to learn and do my hiking, because it had been the first time that I did it in a long time. So the hiking boots were good, but they were heavy. As I was researching what I needed to wear for the Camino de Santiago, I was told that hiking is better with trail shoes. And I actually started wearing trail running shoes back in 2018. I did my first trail run in the Marin Headlands, and my daughter recommended me to get trail runners. So I did, and I enjoyed those. But when I was looking at doing the Camino, my friend Jeff Davison, who is the inspiration for me doing this, mentioned to that he was wearing the Alta Olympus shoes. So I said, well, I need some new shoes anyways. Mine were old and I needed to get a new pair. And so I went and tried on the Alta Olympus shoe at Roadrunner Sports over in Concord, California, here down the street. And oh my God, when I put these on, they were the most comfortable shoe that I have ever worn. The thing about the Ultras is they have a very big toe box. That's one thing I hated about the shoes that I had, and many of the shoes that I wear, my feet have gotten bigger since I've been hiking a lot, and which is common, and I understand that. But the Ultras just felt so good on my foot, and I think, like I said, it's the most comfortable shoe I have ever worn, and it's the Alta Olympus 4. So I bought a pair of those, and I've been hiking in them ever since. Made some long hikes with Jeff. We did a 16.5-mile hike the other day, and my feet were very comfortable. No blisters and everything, but my toes just feel amazing. And you can see these. I can put a picture of them when they're new. These have been through several hikes already. So I really like them. And the great thing about them, Jeff, I also noticed, was wearing Gators. And a lot of people use Gators on the trail. And I know I have this terrible thing where I get a lot of rocks in my shoe. And I hate when I get rocks in my shoes. I have to stop, take shoes off, and put them in and get them out and stuff like that. It's very annoying when you get rocks in your shoe. So Jeff recommended Gators, and the Ultra has a set of Gators that actually go on the shoe. They've got a special hook here that you can hook your Gators on. And then they also, at the back, have a little flap for you to put the back of the Gator and the Velcro, and it keeps on your foot. Gators help keep the rocks out. When I was a Boy Scout young, in 10 or 11 or 12, something like that, we used to go on hikes and I'd get rocks in my shoes. So I wrote this song, got a rock in my shoe, don't know what I'm gonna do, I can't see you, I got a rock in my shoe. So I used to sing that when I was hiking as a kid, and because I always got rocks in my shoes. I didn't know anything about Gators, so I'm going to be wearing those continuously. So I got the Ultra Gators. They make them, as I said, that fit perfectly and are made for the Ultra shoe. So I've got that out there, and those are the main things that I'm going to be hiking with. Oh, Jeff had talked about he had soles for his shoes. I was going with just the regular soles, but I ordered the same sole that he has, which is a Sole brand insole. This is the Performance Wide Fit. This is made for a wide toe box shoe, so you can kind of see how that is here. It looks like it's going to work very well. They just came today. I picked them up at the mailbox just a few moments ago, so I've not tried these yet, but they're recycled cork, and they are supposed to be very soft. So we'll give those a try, see how those do, to add a little more comfort in the bottom of my shoe. So I'll let you know after I've hiked a couple times with these to see how it goes. Again, these aren't recommendations. These are items that were recommended to me, and I'm using them and trying to make my 500+ mile walk across Spain on the Camino de Santiago Francis route the most enjoyable that I can. So I really appreciate you coming in. We'll talk more about my pack and some of the other items that I picked up to take along based on the recommendations that I've heard. If you have recommendations,